up going to Arizona Wranglers.
That's right.
I spent the preseason training camp with them, got cut from them, and I said, you know what, I want to go back and get my degree, finish it up. And Jerry Claiborne was generous enough to put me on the staff, so I was a GA for that time. Got my degree. I went to the Hall of Fame. That was the first bowl that I would have to say was the first one that I ever went to, of course, out of my career here. But you know what? Bowl, no bowl, it was probably the best thing that I ever experienced in my life. Coming here, meeting these people, and doing what I did was perfect. I've always been asked by many people about, do I have regrets? Because I was recruited by Michigan. Sure. I was recruited by a number of colleges at the time. Came here and just fell in love with it. And people asked me, they go, you have any regrets? I said, no. I said, the only regret I ever had was, honestly, was not being a better captain on this team when I was a senior in '82. That was probably one of the
tough year
things. Yeah, it was very tough, very difficult. I'm sure everybody in the Commonwealth knows about it. It was no 10-1 season, coming off a fairly decent season before. And new coach, yeah, you can dub everything and talk about new coaches coming in and all that stuff. When you go down in the trenches with your teammates and you're looking for leadership, you need leadership. You need your captains to step up and do things. But I wish I would have been able to contribute and do things. I was very immature. I don't know if you knew this, but when I came in, I played 4 games. I was 17 years old. I was playing against men at 17. I didn't turn 18 until the end of the season. So I was very immature. And when I went into my senior year, I became, honestly, it was probably the worst thing. When you get a lot of notoriety, your head goes in the wrong direction. And I tell my teammates back in '82, I'm sorry, because honestly, I should have been a better captain. I should have been a better person to stand up and talk, because it was a tough season for everybody. And that was one of my biggest regrets about the whole year.
One of the leaders of the defense, though, and I remember there were 2 guys that I hated when I had to go down to scout team because I was going to end up in the shrubs, and it was you and Ty. You hammered. And I understand it now because, like you, I was very immature when I first got here, too. But you're not going to get better by going 3/4 or half speed. You just don't.
Yeah.
And you went 100 miles an hour in every play.
This is a weird thing to say. I met my defensive backs coach in April. I haven't seen him in 40 years. George Catales.
Yeah.
I had lunch with him. And I said, this is the weird thing. I go, I actually love practice. I love practice. It's weird. I don't like conditioning, but I love getting involved and going through all that. And I'm sorry, I apologize if I hit you too hard. Or sometimes, but the thing was, they would always have to rerun the play. And you go, how do you do that?
Because now I knew that you guys knew.
And I knew what play you were going to
Exactly.
run. So what am I supposed to do? Hit you again?
Exactly.
I go, I can't do that.
I do want to take you back, though, because I'll never forget it. My freshman year, and it was Fran's last game, and it was Tennessee here. It was one of the coldest games I ever played. I didn't play. I was just wrapped up watching you. But what do you remember about that game and just the feeling when we won that game?
We had something to prove, number one. Of course, it was Tennessee, our rival, and we had to beat them. And we were using the weather as one of our advantages to the point. Now, I'm from a cold weather environment, so that didn't really bother me. And the one thing that we were counting on was Jimmy Streeter got hurt during the season, so he wasn't a quarterback back then. So our defense, which was prominent, we had so many great stars on that team. And we knew that we would be able to put pressure on the quarterback at the time. And the cold was going to play into our factor. The benefit of having that was going to be able to bring us to a point. And our offensive team stepped up. They started scoring points. making big plays.
Pete Venable caught a pass, which was
gosh.
unbelievable that he ever caught it.
Massey was.
Rick was great.
Rick was fantastic. All these guys stepped up. They all wanted it. We wanted to beat Tennessee. And even though Tennessee doesn't look at us as a rival, but we look at them and we hate Orange at the time. And that was probably one of the highlights. I talk to people all the time. I go, you know what do you think about your career and what you did? I said, biggest game, 1981, Tennessee Bulls. We beat them. I had an interception on that game, and I was just like, it was the best day of my life.
It's always great seeing you when you come back in here. But what are you doing now? Are you still working?
No, I'm not working.
Finally retired.
I was the Chief Technology Officer for Cuyahoga County in Ohio. I just utilized everything that Jerry Claiborne taught me, Fran Kersey taught me, having that competitive nature, being able to lead 150 guys. Now that I'm older and not as immature as I was, I'm able to lead 150 people working for me and supporting the county from a government perspective. So it was very rewarding, a good career, and now I'm retired. I gave it 36 years in information technology. Now I got 8 grandkids, 4 kids, and I'm just spending time letting my daughters paint my nails.
Number 18, one of the best to ever play here, Andy Molls.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.